Interesting. Okay. Great. Syllabants. Awesome. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this panel. We've worked very hard to make this happen. Thank you. I was commenting to my friend that I'm very grateful I made a playlist, otherwise you all would be sitting here in awkward silence. So I'm glad to set the mood. This is my co-moderator, Melissa, who really helped make this happen. If it weren't for her, it absolutely would not have happened. So give her a big round of applause. Okay, everybody who's in the hallway, feel free to come in, file in. All right, we are short on time, so we're gonna do our best to make this as timely as possible, so that way y'all can get to your signings with the cast. All right, ready?
Yes. All right, let's go welcome in the cast of Mass Effect.
Not bad for a Sunday afternoon. You guys still got it.
Hi guys, welcome. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Oh, thanks. Great.
That's good. Okay, so
We can't tell if you're talking to them or to us. That's why we didn't respond.
I'm talking to you guys. Okay,
We're good.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Great.
Never better.
Okay. So, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, all right.
Let's fucking party.
Okay.
Let's party.
Okay, so to get started, can you guys please go down the line and introduce yourselves and also your favorite character line?
Is this an 18 and up panel? Good question.
It is now.
Yeah. Am I first? You're first. Oh.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Brooks, and I play voice Ashley Williams. The space racist. Just kidding. My favorite line, gosh. There's so many, and I know so many of them, but I don't. I'm gonna say the one that I've heard the most is, why is it, or I think it's, how come when someone says, with all due respect, they really mean... Thank you. Everyone knows that. Thank you. Okay, that's the line. Next.
I am William Salyers. I voice Morden Solus, and well, that was, you guys almost set off my fight or flight response to that. Probably the most requested line, is the one that starts, had to be me. But probably my favorite line is the one that doesn't get a lot of attention, which is, still prefer the patter songs.
I'm Keith Farley. I play Thane Krios. Neat. Thank you. I guess my favorite is like the one that I'm going to do later, so I have to think of another one, which I think is the measure of an individual can be difficult to discern by actions alone. So,
I'm Ash Soroka. I play Tali'Zorah. I love you guys so much. Gosh. Okay. This is one I get asked a lot. It's emergency induction horror.
By the way, it's Ash's first convention. So, baby's first convention, y'all. I'm Courtney Taylor. I'm the voice of Jack.
Touch me and I will smear the walls with you, bitch! Wow. For those of you watching at home, welcome.
I wanted to have those lines.
I know.
How come Thane doesn't have those lines?
That's.
I will smear the walls with you, bitch.
It sounds like you're passing a doobie.
It is.
I think all the characters.
Always.
That line there.
Okay, so this is a big deal because Melissa and I did our research, and we think this is the first time in almost 10 years this much of the cast has been in the same room together. So please give them a huge round of applause.
And we also all live in the same city, which is amazing. Like, we all live here, and we're
I
like,
know.
oh my God, it's been so long.
It just took our friend Melissa here to help
That's
it,
right.
and Ash to help make it happen.
Yay.
So we're gonna start with questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, hit it.
All right, sounds good. Do you want me to start? All right. So,
I have monologues. I could do 2 monologues.
I mean, if you really want to, but
It's
you
an
might want to
actor
save it for
joke.
the end.
Contemporary and classical?
I have a contemporary and classical.
Shakespearean.
So, despite the Mass Effect series ending over 10 years ago, there are still so many people, clearly, who have maintained their love for the story and the characters and the things that have happened. How does it feel to be part of something so timeless?
I like it.
I'm with Courtney.
Yep.
It's really cool.
You know, you never know what is going to attract that kind of fandom and have that kind of longevity. And so when you do something, you're just, you know, you don't know whether it's going to live forever or be gone in a month. And it's so nice to be part of something that lives forever.
And I think probably we all feel similarly. The script was it felt so special when we did the project that, again, you never know. Just because you do something and you're like, God, this is really special, it sometimes never even sees the light of day. Yeah. And so to have this be so received and continue to live it's incredible.
It's been amazing too for me to interact with all y'all and to see the folks who keep coming out 10, 11 years later because this game means so much to them. So it's a real tribute to, again, the way this game was constructed and was put together, the way it landed with you all, and to be on the receiving end of the love from you guys has been really, really something for me too.
It's been passed down generation to generation. People are like, I bring you my grandchildren. And I'm like, oh my God. I was 12 when I started playing. I'm an old woman now. I'm like, okay, yeah. But
Her
it is
first
great because
words
people
were
can.
Mass Effect. Smear
It's,
the walls with you, bitch.
it is great. One of my favorite things is that people actually, you know, all joking aside, do, like, they're like, I play with my kids, now I'm getting my grandkids into it and stuff, and it is, I mean, it's been around for almost 20 years from the first one, right? 18 years from the first one, I think?
I was trying to figure
Is that right?
Do you guys know?
And
The
so
first
somebody
one came
knows.
out in 07.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so, yeah, coming up on 17 years, and so, like, that's a test of you guys and the writing and all that, everything, that it stands the test of time. So it's really some weird
It's remarkable.
feedback in here. It's like a whip cracking.
I know. Bounces off the wall right back at you.
Yeah, I like it.
Can
Next
you
question.
understand us? Great.
You need to say it in
Can you understand us?
Not so much.
Okay, so we did get to spend a decent amount of time with each of your characters, with their stories and side adventures and stuff. If you had more time, is there any adventure that you wish you could have gone on with your character, or more you could have gotten to know about them?
I would have liked to lived.
Right?
I mean, the deathbed scene was fun, but
That was my answer.
Yeah, like we all die. It sucks.
Yeah.
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 Just don't want it to end.
I
Yeah.
read once that there was a weird thing that you could do that was very specific where Morden would survive, but you weren't really rewarded for it. Oh, you killed the whole Krogan race?
Wow.
You're awful.
I think I would have liked to have been in a romance with Fem Shep.
I mean,
And Jack,
like,
obviously.
duh, like, form an orderly line, ladies. Like, I think, I mean, amen to that, but also, I mean, I would have liked to know more about what happened with Jack and the school and with the, you know, the stuff with the kids, but we don't always get what we want. Fuck.
Like, such is life.
So were there changes made to your character's storyline or characterization because you suggested it, or was everything set in stone beforehand?
I think the writing was pretty whole and complete. There was amazing writers on this, and I can, you know, Jack had a different writer on, Brian Kendrigan wrote her on 2, and then Patrick Weeks and company on 3, but it felt really organic, and at least for me, that character is so close to me that, like, I've never been like, you know, it's just like rolling out of bed, but it was just like rolling out of bed. So I didn't feel like, I mean, they took away her pansexualness, which was a bummer. And then, you know, but that wasn't my choice because I would have let that in. Come on, guys, don't be polite. Let's go, jump in.
I don't, yeah, like you know, as voice actors, you're the last people on the project. It's their, you know, the writer's baby. So I don't feel like anything was changed. It was pretty much set in stone. Yeah. So
Also, the structure of writing for a game is so tight. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that. It's hard for them to, you know, sort of make a spontaneous choice to mix it up because everything fits together like a big puzzle and you play all the alternatives.
And nobody likes it when the actor comes in and goes like, I have some ideas.
Because also it's not like you're recording it in order. I mean, you don't even really know what's going on half the
Great point.
time. Well, at least I don't anyway. What's going on half the time. So you're kind of just getting fed the information at the moment. So it's maybe if we had the scripts before, maybe that's why they don't send it to us before.
Yeah, they're not
for that
done in like a
very
linear
reason.
fashion, so for
Get
the
our
most
little
part.
pencils out. But yeah, no, I feel like it's kind of just all happening in real time and, you know, yeah.
And with the branching dialogue as well, I mean, it's really important to keep the script the way it needs to be. And this was one of, if not the first game where I saw branching dialogue. And it was just amazing to me. So you play the scene from top to bottom, and then there'd be a branch here, which would go out to here, but then that would branch maybe 1 or 2 more times. And then you'd have a third track that kind of came in here and went down. So you really had to stay with what the writers took a lot of time to think about that and to put that into play. So our job is really to respect the writers. And when the writing is that good, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
So just get out of the way and play.
And
That's
sorry, go ahead.
No, you please.
I think also because of the branching options, all your ideas, like, they happen because you get to play out multiple scenarios for every line. So yeah.
That adds to the replayability of the game, and it also speaks to the quality and talent of your guys' voices, because you've clearly been at this for a long time and it's affected so many people. So that's really wonderful. Our next question.
We're old.
Oh, okay. I mean, we had a
Speak for
specific
yourself,
order,
Kimberly.
but we're kind of mixing it up in a different way now. But this is a good question. So, was there anything that you learned about yourself while you were playing your character, because you guys were with them for so long? So I was wondering if there was anything that really made you think about yourself and come to a realization.
I can answer that, and this always makes me emotional. So, Jack was so much, she has these big emotions. Shit. And so it made me I think it made me kinder to myself. Because that part of me that is like her, I was always very, maybe ashamed of a little bit, that I was too much for people. And so it made me be kinder to myself in the world and be like, because when you get told that you're too much all the time, it's pejorative, and you start to believe it. So to be able to play someone who doesn't give a shit that they're too much and then has this journey into becoming someone who has more of, is able, let me get that. To play someone who is able to channel that into out of rage and into being of service was a huge lesson for me in my own life, and I think it just reinforced that as I was playing Jack, and to this day, where I'm like, it's okay to have these parts of yourself. You are not just that, and you can take that energy and reshape it into something that's healthy and good, and also still be an ass kicker.
Wow.
No one is going to follow that, so
I
next
know.
question.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
That really is, Courtney.
And I didn't fucking cry.
I don't think I've known you forever, and I don't think I've never thought you're too much. I think you're just perfect.
Here, here.
I think you're just
Here,
the
here.
right. You're awesome. Thank you. Seriously. But that's so cool.
It made me very proud that they would allow a woman to be like that, because when Jack, when this game came out, that's not the standard of how women were portrayed in games. Mm-hmm. They gave her, a flat chest and a belt for a shirt and a crazy temper. And I think as women, we are told all the time that we're too much, that we have to fit into a certain box to be attractive, to be viable, to not be a pain in the ass. And so I hope, and I think I'm very grateful to Bioware that I think it also set the tone for those kinds of women to be written into other games, and also like neurodivergent people. And so that this whole game just kind of broke open a lot of different kinds of people to be seen and celebrated. And I think that's just so important that we look at women as being all the things, as everybody, but as all the things, particularly for women, especially in games, to show all sides. So
yeah.
I'm forever grateful to Bioware for that.
No, you.
I'll go.
Funny quotes, let's do it.
I'm gonna get super real too. We're all real, guys. Well, first I just want to say in response to that, I also was always told I was too much. And I read a quote recently. I feel like it was Snoop Dogg, but I'm not sure.
It was what?
I feel like it was Snoop Dogg, but I'm not sure.
Yes.
So don't quote me on that.
The
But
dog
it
of
said, if you think I'm too much, go find someone who's less. Oh, nice. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's not about me. It's about you. That's cool. If I'm too much for you, not gonna be too much for somebody else. Anyway, thank you. The thing that I fell in love with about Tali, and I think about actually the casting on this, like as I get to know people more and more, I mean, I'm so grateful that I got to be her. Tali is, similarly, she's so many things. And the vulnerability, like I realized that Tali was super lovable, whether she was ridiculously drunk, but also in all of her romance scenes where she's just like really uncomfortable, and like uncomfortable in her being in her suit, and she doesn't really know how to be. And you know, she's finding herself throughout the games. But how lovable she is really gave me permission and reminded me that vulnerable side of me is also really lovable, and that like we don't have to hide pieces of ourselves because we are all lovable in all of our parts. And that Tali is like so smart and so on it and so tough and will literally sacrifice herself for the good of humanity, and also is like can't form a sentence if she has a crush on you. Both, like to be able to hold both and both of those be as incredible as the other and as meaningful and as important, that's what I learned.
Wow.
When I recorded Thane, my children were like 10 and 12, and now they're 21 and 23. And I know, right? And that idea of parenthood, of being a dad, resonates with me now in a way that it did at the time, but not as much, because I had little kids. And you think about the relationship between that final scene around the deathbed when the family is back together and he gets an opportunity to say goodbye. And that's the journey that he learns that he's not just a weapon at the end of someone else's hand, but that he is a father and that he can share love with other people is just a really beautiful story, and it's kind of what I'm all about. My son is coming home in a couple of weeks, and I just can't wait to have him there. And it's great to see him out in the world, flying and doing his thing. So that really, really lands for me as a dad who's already done the heavy lifting of parenting, to see the kids come back and to be proud of who they are and the choices that they made, really means a lot to me.
And now for something far less profound. That's the thing is Morden is much smarter than I am, so like I've learned something from just about every line he spoke, but you know, about things like protein rings and the periodic table. But for me, he represented sort of a mark that I would like to have hit in a different version of my life. I was drawn to science when I was a kid. And sometimes I still wonder what would have happened if I'd taken that route. But where I can relate to him is the moral ambiguity that he suffers throughout the game for what he's done and trying to reconcile it, because I've never been a person that sort of accepted my ethics in toto from, you know, some belief system or a person that I looked up to, or what. I'm always trying to figure out those lines myself, because I feel like that's what, speaking just for myself, I feel like that's what true morality is. Taking responsibility for your actions on a case-by-case basis and trying to make the best choice with the least harm to other people. But yeah, so I related to that a lot in Morden, but like I said, it's just a lot less profound.
That's very profound.
So profound. Y'all, all y'all are too deep for me, because I was just gonna say I learned that I really don't like poetry, because why is she like talking in poet? Like, I don't get that, but pretty much, yeah. This thing that Ashley's like, I think she thinks she's deeper than she really is. So I'm just, Kind
I'm
of.
sorry about the line that I gave you then.
No, no, it's
was me.
apropos. It's apropos. Yeah. You'll see. But yeah, I think that the poetry was just a really interesting. I don't know. Maybe the writer was just like really wanted to express that, and that's not something you normally hear in video games. So I think it kind of stood out. But yeah, it was really hard as an actor, as a voice actor, because you kind of got to practice poetry. I don't know. You're probably really good at it though.
Dirty limericks, yeah.
Yeah,
That's poetry.
But anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm that similar to Ashley, but I think, yeah, I just don't like poetry.
That is fair.
Rhyming is hard, you guys.
Rhyming is so hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Are there any aspiring writers of video games in the room? Yeah.
Don't make us rhyme. And also, if you're a commercial copywriter, please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't do Christmas rhyming commercials.
So hard.
I mean, the worst, right?
Yeah.
It was the night before Christmas.
Oh, God.
And, but I think that the answers that have come out for you writers is that it's the emotional aspect of the characters, and being able to access that and to set that up is what sets a game like this apart. Because there's great gameplay too, as you all know. But it's the characters that people keep coming back to, people keep talking about. And each of these characters has something that's at stake that is so deep and so profound and so life-changing. And you do that over the course of hundreds of hours of gameplay between the 3 games, and you create an experience that really is transformative, which is what goes all the way back to Aristotle, talking about catharsis. And the level of catharsis you can achieve after playing 3 games is, I mean, as I've experienced from meeting you all, is profound and is deeper than maybe any other art form on the planet. So for those of you who are writers of video games, think about your characters, think about the relationships, think about the depth of what they want and what they learn over the course of the game, and then you're on to something that's going to create something that will outlast all of us.
Keith, by the way, just so you know, is also a successful writer and director.
In case you don't know, and this is how I developed my lifetime crush on Keith Farley,
Yes.
is a while back, there was a story called Bat Boy that was covered in the National Enquirer about a boy who had been found in a cave, and he had spiky teeth and like bat ears, and it was so obviously like pasted together. I mean, that was probably around like 2000 or something.
93.
93, Jesus, I'm old. Okay, so I mean, I was a baby going
not
through the
quite
line
born
at the
yet.
supermarket,
I was 2.
just learning to
I was
read on the National Enquirer. And I was always fascinated that like this like people were actually buying this thing and being like, oh, Bat Boy. Well, some genius decided to make it into a musical.
He had to sing.
So I want you guys to go home and research Bat Boy the musical, because that is from the genius mind of the dude who just dropped Aristotle into a game panel.
Amazing. I'm learning so much about all of you. This is really wonderful. Yeah. So, our last question before we get to a special edition of
A very special episode.
a very special episode of Mass Effect Part whatever. If you could spend the day with your character, what would you do together?
With our character?
Yeah, with your
Like if I
character,
could spend the
or
day with-
or any other character, whatever tickles your fancy. Maybe that was the wrong word to use.
Definitely go dancing and sing along, for sure. I would do that. Can I keep thinking and can we come back?
Yeah, go.
There's other things I want to do
Popcorn
also.
and around.
Okay.
I'd go hunting with Thane. Thane would be a good guide, I think.
Would you hunt people?
That's a good question.
Hanar. No, not Hanar. Sorry, Elcor.
Which people?
Can we make suggestions?
Yes. Yeah, let's hear
Do
them.
you
Go-
take requests?
I'll
Yes.
I'll give yes or no answers if you want to throw a couple out.
I would go to the beach and look for seashells. Yeah.
Well, duh. I'd go drinking and get a tattoo. I'm like, I mean, that's a little on the nose. And then maybe some karaoke, and then,
With
yeah,
Yeah.
some karaoke, and yeah, then a night of romance with friendship.
Maybe Ashley and I could go hear some spoken word or something.
Yes.
Not drinking on the Citadel.
Of course, a drink on the Citadel before, of course, but yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we are going to transition into some very fun line readings. The first one is, unfortunately, a poetry reading.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
I've had some things to think about since coming on board. Death closes all. But something ere the end, some work of noble note, may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. Well, we'll get home again, Shepard. I believe you'll lead us through. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
That was beautiful.
Who talks like that?
Thank you so much for gracing us with that.
Go.
I will be playing everybody besides you guys, apparently. So
True.
I guess I'm gonna be Shepard.
Oh.
That's hot.
And Liara for a second.
I've decided to be Bro Shep.
Not for me, though.
For Morden and Shep.
Yeah, okay.
Are we?
The second one.
Are we not going in numeric order? I don't know.
Yeah, I want to go in the order that we have.
Okay.
In second. So the second one is a really amazing scene with Morden. And,
No pressure.
And what?
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, it's a very emotional one. With Morden and Shepard, and Courtney will get to be Shepard in this one.
Yes.
This one part.
Yes.
I get to play with Courtney.
Okay. Every time we've talked about this before, you defended the genophage. How can you change your mind now?
I made a mistake! I made a mistake. Focused on big picture made of little pictures. Too many variables. Can't ignore new data. My responsibility. Need to go. Running out of time.
Go. Save the cure.
Thank you, Shepard. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, number 3, that's with Thane.
May I do a dirty limerick?
A sea shanty.
A young mathematician named Hall had a hexahedronical ball. The cube of its weight times his pecker plus 8 is his phone number. Give him a call.
Speaking of things that will live forever.
That's from one of the hidden files of the game, right? Okay.
You got to do some crazy shit to get that one. This is my favorite Thane quote. The universe is a dark place. I'm trying to make it brighter before I die. Many innocents died today. I wasn't fast enough, and they suffered. I must atone for that. I will work for you, Shepard. No charge.
That was very beautiful. This one is a really fun Jack line. So whenever you're ready, Courtney.
There once was a man from Nantucket. I've been around, ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult, got the haircut. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
for assault, kidnapping.
Okay, so this one was very self-indulgent because it's one of my favorite scenes from the Citadel DLC. So it involves Liara, Tali, and instead of James, it's going to be Ashley who is going to be saying this line.
All right.
So, yeah, Liara, wait, who was it?
Me.
Yeah, who starts?
It's still me.
Yes, go.
The first Normandy brought us all together. I don't know where I'd be without it.
You'd probably still be stuck in that Prothean energy ball.
Wait, what?
When Shepard first met Liara, she was trapped inside a... What was it again?
It was a Prothean security device. I hit something I wasn't supposed to.
I'll act it out. Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help. I'm in a bubble.
That's funny.
No, no, it isn't.
All right, thank you so much. That was fantastic.
And Allie Hillis wanted to be here today, but she couldn't because of some family stuff going on. But she was really sad to not make it, and she sends her love.
Allie Hillis.
Okay. Yeah, thank you guys so much for answering all these questions. It was a lot of fun. We are going to be doing some signings, so if you want to get, if you want to get started with that right now, LT, and explain how it's going to work.
So, since I'm the more commanding one, listen to me. Joking. So, actually, first of all, I wanted to thank the cast for being here. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and your busy schedule.
Fun.
Thank you.
And if it wasn't for Ash, actually, this wouldn't have really happened because she was talking with Melissa, and Ash helped gather all of these people together. So give her an especially big round of I'd also really love to thank our volunteers. We have my husband over here on camera 1, our friend Josh on camera 2. We've got Malia on sound. We have my friend Brad as advertisement. And the other volunteers that we've had, Alexis, Bailey, Emily Ann, Kate. Thank you all so much for helping make this happen.
Thank you.
And of course, Melissa.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all for being here, so thank you so much for the help.
And we want to thank both of you, LT and Melissa, because this would have not
Yes.
happened at all if you
guys-
hadn't approached us, and we're really happy to be
Thank
here.
you
So
very
you.
much. That's good job.
Do we have time to take some of their questions?
We do have time if that's what you want to do.
I mean,
before
do you
signing.
guys want to?
We have about 20 minutes.
Okay, so
So I'm gonna
why don't we take
hardball ya.
your questions? So,
You just shout them out.
Just getting down.
Wow.
If your character had replaced Shepard in that ending, like in the final game, what choice do you think your characters would have made?
Oh.
That's a really good.
Destroy.
Okay, why? Can you explain why?
There you go.
Why do you think Destroy would be a good ending?
Well, I don't. It's the only possibility.
Okay.
That too.
Actually, idea. How about we repeat the question back?
okay,
Can you
yeah, that's
repeat
good.
I thought that was a great answer.
Yeah.
We can get it on camera, and then there will be context.
It's going to be like that Saturday Night Live skit with, you guys are too young, but Garrett Morris being like, he said!
It's a great bit.
Yeah.
I definitely would pick Destroy.
Oh,
All
okay.
of
The
us.
question.
Destroy, destroy,
the,
destroy.
The question.
destroy's the great answer.
The question was if our character were to replace Shepard in the very end. Tell me if I'm wrong, by the way, but this is what I heard. What decision would our character have made? And then Tali and Jack both said, 1, 2, 3.
Destroy! And I guess we probably don't all need to answer every single question. So who else has a question? You in the white quilted jacket. Sing out, Louise.
Voice of Morden, could you sing the song?
You knew this was coming.
Yeah, that's why I printed it out. I will abbreviate it because we all have lives. All of us. Let's see. I am the very model of a scientist salarian. I've studied species Turian, Asarian, Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is atotology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist salarian.
Amazing.
Still prefer the patter songs.
Good one.
In the back with the long flowing locks and the glasses. That's you, yes.
When you first got the role playing your character, what did you think the game was going to be about? Basically, what was your opinion on the game when you first started voice acting for the game?
What was your opinion on the game when you first started voice acting for it?
I thought it was going to be about shooting and dying in war.
Yeah.
You weren't wrong.
Well, you know, I always like to make sure that people know that I did not create the role of Morden Solus. That was an actor by the name of Michael Beatty in the previous Mass Effect. And I did not know I was being brought in to take over an existing role. I just didn't know that. So when I showed up, and the director was like, "So you feel like you got the voice match down?" I was like, "Oh, it's one of those." And luckily they had sent me some vocal samples, and I thought, okay, well this species is a salarian, and I guess they're all like nerdy science types, and so I kind of like based my voice in what I was already hearing, so it was an easy reach for me. But I did not know what to expect, and I certainly didn't know the role was that big a deal.
Yeah, I had no idea what to expect either. I was at a friend's house having dinner, and I remembered that I had this audition. And he happened to be a recording engineer, and I was like, would you mind if we could just go into your studio for a second? And I can just knock this thing out. It's some crazy assassin monk. I don't know what it is, but it's
Typecasting.
I get a lot of assassins.
You do.
And he took me in and he gave me some great direction, and we sent it off to my agent, and he said, the only thing I ask, like if you book this role, buy me lunch. And it was 6 months later that I got the call. And it was like, oh yeah, you're gonna play that assassin monk dude. And I called him up and I was like, we're going to lunch.
Yes, in the light blue skin. You. It looks light blue from here, I don't know.
Sorry. If you could have voiced a different character from the franchise, who would it be? Who would it have been? Like maybe like you would have been Garrus or someone else.
You could pick another character to voice in the franchise. Who would you pick?
There's so many good ones.
Grunt.
I go with Morden, frankly. I like that.
Jack would be fun.
Yeah.
Jack is real fun. Anyone else?
I mean,
You
I
can
would
say Jack, it's
Jack.
fine.
Jack. But or I also would like to play Liara.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, in the front with the glasses. Sorry, I can't see anything else you're wearing. Yes, you.
Do you have anything to say to all the people who let their characters die?
Yeah, I say thank you because that was a gorgeous death scene. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's what was great about it.
I say, fly, bitch.
The question was, do you have anything to say to the people whose characters you let die?
Yeah, we're supposed to do that, huh?
It's okay, it's okay.
I won't make it anyway.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry, what? Do what? Huh? Oh, okay. Hi. Hold on. Hold that thought. No, you go. Gray shirt. Hit me, and then I'll go to the back. Sorry.
This is for Thane specific. Ignoring the fact that you die regardless, do you kind of wish that they used you as a companion in Mass Effect 3 instead of just a side character?
Sure, of course. I was rooting for the cure. I thought that would have. I thought, oh, I'll be back for Mass Effect 3, and there'll be this whole side quest thing where you go to some planet somewhere, and you do a bunch of fetch quests, get the cure together, bring it back, heal him, and then make babies with him. I think, right?
Adorable little assassin babies.
Yeah, a little.
In the back with the tattoo on your arm. That's you. I need to be more like the one in the glasses.
Awesome.
The guy with the tattoo. Sure.
We have two.
I know. That one.
There was a movie adaptation of Mass Effect. Who would you want actor nowadays to play your character?
I always say Fairuza Balk for Jack from Craft Days, for sure.
Who did you say?
Fairuza Balk
Oh, yes.
from The Craft, but not, I don't know what she's like now, but back then, I
Yeah.
was like, she would be the tits.
Yeah.
I don't know, not necessarily the hotness factor, but just, I think she's maybe not as wild as she once was. But, aren't we all?
I guess Doug Jones. For Morden,
I'll buy that. Anyone? Why aren't we playing? Just answer the question.
I'd love to know what you think. All I could think of is Gilbert Gottfried.
He's not available.
Just to
Trained
be silly.
assassin.
I just would just be like, bring it back from the dead. And Plug it in.
Maybe Natalie Portman.
That's cool.
Good choice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Over there, yes, with the glasses, the sunglasses, and then the Omniblade.
Oh, sorry, real quick. We have about 10 more minutes available for questions.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Without thinking about it, what other video game franchise would you like to voice that you haven't voiced?
Borderlands. Next question.
Oh, that's a good one.
Borderlands. Next question.
What she said.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Final Fantasy.
He said real quick.
Oh. I don't know. Something.
Spider-Man, dude.
But I'm in that one.
I know.
Dream already came.
Donkey Kong?
It's a Mario, because then you'd be working forever.
Yeah, that's right.
I just want to learn how to play video games. I don't even know how to play.
Also, Kimberly's like, I'm actually in every video game, so that's not an issue for me. Omnitool, speak to me. Speak to Kimberly.
Besides Mass Effect, your best performance was as Princess Allura from Voltron Legendary Defense.
Thank you.
Your chemistry with the other actors, was there a specific actor who you really had a fun time working with?
Are you talking about on Mass Effect?
On Voltron.
Oh, on Voltron.
Dude, this is a Mass
the whole
Effect panel.
cast. Everybody's
Effect
amazing.
panel.
Everyone's amazing.
Kidding.
On that show. Yeah, that was so much fun. It was and we recorded in an ensemble way back in the day, so that really helped us be a very tight cast. Although Stephen Yeun wasn't there because he was busy getting his face bashed in with the baseball bat. So that's a spoiler, but that's a long time ago. So yeah, great. Thank you. That was really fun.
Individual in the fingerless gloves.
I know this is a Mass Effect panel, but Courtney, can you say something as Ada really quick?
No, I'm just kidding.
Bio, what would you like to know? Shit.
We have a lead on that, that's why we're asking.
Oh, more games? Time to save the day again. In the very back, Jesus. He's cosplaying Jesus. I'm here for it.
Or Hagrid. Hagrid Jesus.
Would you be a
Yes.
Wow.
Hunting.
Tattooing, drinking.
Poetry.
Curing cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. Cage fighting.
Cage fighting?
Wow.
Is that bad? I feel like that's a great spin-off, but okay. I mean, sorry.
I would learn to play that.
Yeah.
Hunting and fishing with Thane.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes, in the
Derek?
mustard shirt.
That's my friend. Hi, Derek. She's great. That's my dog.
Other more serious question. There's a lot of dialogue in this game, in all the series. How long were the sessions on average? Like that's a lot of dialogue to record.
That's a great question. They were long.
But did people go longer than 4 hours? Did
No.
they-
No.
Union
4
standard
hours.
is 4 hours.
Yeah.
But
Across how many days do you think?
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh,
so
wow.
many.
yeah, it depends. Like, I would say I probably did maybe 15 sessions for Jack, something like that.
Somewhere 10 to 12. Somewhere.
Yeah, I'd say like 20.
So
I was
40
thinking like
hours. If that was 10 4-hour sessions, 40 hours.
but spread out
Okay,
over.
Rain
it
Man.
took
Yeah,
it
over
was
months.
months of spread it, But they were, and it's hard because you're recording by yourself, and you have. I mean, although Bioware was the first to really develop this technology where you could hear the other actors that you had the scene with, and so it was like, especially in the game 2. It was great because all my stuff with Shep, you would hear Jennifer Hale. So you could actually act with someone, so you knew the proximity, you knew the level. It just really helped in a lot of ways. So it was lonely, but great direction, great writing, and great technology made it like the 4 hours go pretty fast.
Yeah, big ups to Caroline Livingstone from Bioware and also Ginny
Yes.
McSwain,
Yep.
who did a killer job directing everybody.
Yeah.
We will go to the gentleman in the sort of, I don't know if it's like an olive, like an army green. Yeah, that.
So you guys had a lot of dialogue to go ahead and read and branch it out. How was it like accessing your emotions for every particular scene?
Clearly pretty easy for me.
Yeah, I think you correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I don't think you go into this line of work unless you have that facility to sort of go there as much as you can with limited information and very quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Especially. Oh, sorry. I'm
No, go
sorry.
ahead.
No, you go, sweetie.
I was just gonna say it's our job to feel. So that's what we do.
Yeah, and especially, I think it's a special skill set for video games as opposed to animation for me, because like I said, you don't really get to prepare. Like with animation, you get the script before, you can make choices, and with video games, you're literally cold reading. So to access the emotions while you're cold reading, I think is a special skill set, and we should give ourselves a hand because we do a good job.
That is a great point. It's commonplace, or at least not unusual, to go into a session like you step into the recording booth and you don't know what you're going to do. Like the NDAs are so tight and the information is so locked down, they don't tell you ahead of time what you're working on.
You don't even sometimes know what the project is
Yeah.
Yep.
at all.
Yep.
So yeah.
I didn't know Fallout for 2 weeks. I literally went into a studio that had a Fallout banner across the top of it. And I was like, I don't know what we're doing. And then finally, but yeah, you get cast on things you don't know. And the skill set is 100% of because it's nonlinear, because you don't get anything in advance, it's like, how do you make this moment as real and authentic as possible right now, and then move to the next moment and have them just kind of put it together.
Yeah.
It was really fun too with Thane is like so often in video games, you're called to come in and do like big emotions. Everything's on the line. The stakes couldn't be higher. I found with Thane, it was a matter of relaxing into it, was allowing the heart to open in a way that I rarely get to do in video games or in any other sort of work that I do, because if it's on stage, there's a little extra projection to it, but just to be able to be in a room with the microphone and just drop the pretenses and just allow it to be what it wanted to be was a challenge and also a gift. That was really great.
All right, thank you so much. We have just a few minutes left. We can probably take one more question.
And then you, because you've been holding up your hand forever. So we're going to squeeze in 2 questions. Go quick, go quick.
It's fresh. Did you enjoy the Fleeting Portrayal song, or was it your idea, or did it just kind of get added in?
We just get what we get, which is so exciting. I had no idea, like everybody's, like, we don't know what we're doing, so, you know, it's many, many scenes and they're not in a row. I was so excited. I was like, and I get to sing? What? And they're like, and you're not a very good singer in it. And I'm like, oh my, it was great. And then I also heard the song and sang it on this, like, we didn't get anything. So I was like, can I just hear it? They're like, no, you just got to go. But yes, that was fantastic. Thank you.
Wrap us up.
Wait, one more time?
What power would you
What
pick from the
power?
game if you had a choice?
Oh my God.
I like my biotics, baby.
What
So I
did you
need-
say, Courtney?
Biotics.
Oh.
Can I pick invisibility? That's what I want.
Me too.
I just want Morton's brain. That would be a power to me.
I would like to mind read.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would like to dance like Shepard. Oh, wait, I already do.
That was a good one.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my gosh, thank
much.
you.
Hi, this is Raphael Sbarge, and I'm geographically challenged and unable to attend, but I wanted to send my warmest, heartfelt wishes to everyone who's there. We love the Mass Effect family. It's an amazing family to be a part of. It's such a privilege and such a joy. And so, despite the fact that I can't be there, I am with you in spirit, and I hope you have an amazing Christmas, Happy New Year, and rock on. Cheers.
Allie, we love you! Sorry we missed you!
Hello, folks. I'm not actually sure how long this message is supposed to be, so I'll keep it short and to the point. Thank you for playing Mass Effect. Thank you for your endless support, enthusiasm, and creativity. Thank you for coming to the panel. I should go.